Hey guys, and welcome back. This is episode number 3 at Man Shit Motivation. For some of you who do not know who I am, I'm Wade Blue, founder of the Bod Garage. Now, some of you want to say, what the hell's the Bod Garage? Well, it's not where you take your car. The Bod Garage is a company that I started about 5 years ago, helping men, mostly over the age of 40, get their life back, get their body back, get their health back, get their self-esteem back, just basically get their entire life back. And today, I'm going to talk to you about something that I mentioned in the last episode, and that was a shocking 74% of men in America are overweight. 74%. That means if I line 10 of you up, I'm pulling at least 7 of you out because you're overweight. What does overweight really mean? Well, it depends on a lot of things. It depends on your height. A lot of it does depend on your height. But let me give you some examples of when you know that you're overweight. Okay, this is not a joke. This is not a running joke. You know you're overweight if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see because your stomach sticks out further than your dick does. That's just the truth. I'm telling you guys, I'm not pulling any down punches on this thing. I'm telling you exactly how it is. If you can't see your privates because of your stomach, then chances are you're overweight. Now, I know some of you don't like to hear that because you're thinking, oh my gosh, I went and used the bathroom this morning and I didn't see him. That means I'm overweight. Basically, probably it does. If you've looked at your belt lately and you've had to change the holes in your belt, that means you're gaining weight, guys. That belt is not shrinking. If you're reaching down to try to tie your shoes and you're having difficulty, sweat beads form on your forehead before you stop tying your shoes, you're probably overweight. If you go up one flight of stairs and you have to stop, catch your breath, chances are you're probably needing to lose a few pounds. But this is just stuff that is visual on the outside. Let's talk a minute about what's going on the inside, because that's what's going to get you, guys. It's not the outside appearance, even though most of you are more embarrassed about it than what you tend to react, how you tend to joke with your buddies about it. Most of you are embarrassed. And you should be, because you're not doing anything about it. Let me say this. Most men are digging their graves, but they're not using a shovel. They're using a fork, they're using a couch, and they're using excuses. Those 3 things are digging your grave, and probably an early grave. And society's not helping at all, because it's getting to be something normal. You know, seeing men overweight is really getting to be a normal sight. Let me explain something. Let me tell you a little story. I did this about a year ago. Went to Walmart, let my wife out at the door, and I just parked there, parked in the fire lane. I did. And I counted the next 50 people that came out of Walmart. 39 of them was what I consider to be extremely overweight. And I was being lenient on my judging. Man, woman, and child. 39 out of 50 were at least 40 pounds overweight, guys. and some a lot more than that. So what's caused that? What has caused men in general, because that's who I'm talking to, what has caused men to not do anything about it? Well, several things. One is, again, society. Your buddies are about the same as you are, probably. And you wouldn't want to break the buddy group up. Believe it or not, some of you aren't doing anything about it because you don't want your buddies to get pissed off at you. Because if you start doing something about it, then that means they have to do something about it. Nobody's willing to do any damn thing about it. And I don't know if you think that there's some magic fairy dust that the weight loss fairy is going to come in your bedroom one night and just sprinkle it over you. And when you wake up, you're going to be 40 pounds lighter. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. Only you can do something about it. Only you. I can't do anything. And this is what I tell my clients. I have clients all over the world. And I tell them from the get-go, if you're not willing to do what it takes, I don't want you to start. I don't want to take your money. I don't want to waste my time or your time. If you're not willing to do what it takes, don't come on my program. Don't go through my academy. Because to me, it's not about the money. It's about your success. I want you to win. Trust me, guys, I know that some of you are almost to the point of a panic mode because you know that the next doctor's visit, you're probably going to be diabetic. Because that is when you're going to do something about it. When you go to the doctor and the doctor either says, you're diabetic, I'm going to have to put you on metformin. Or, I just want you to know that chest pain that you had this morning, it's serious. You have had a mild heart attack. What are you going to do then, guys? What are you going to do? If it's diabetes, some of you are going to say, you know what? I'll just get on the medication and I won't have to change anything. I can just go about my life and do what I was doing and eat what I want to eat and lay around and not be active and go on with my life, even though chances of it being shortened are great. You understand that, don't you? You're messing with fire. Fire that you can't put out sometime. Are you one of these guys? I want you to ask yourself, am I one of these guys that's not going to do anything about my health until the doctor tells me some really, really bad damn news? Are you? Or are you willing to do something about it and do it today? You've made choices that have gotten you where you are. Either with your health, with your relationship, with your job, with your family, every aspect of your life. You have made choices in the past that has gotten you here. And the only way to come out with a different result is to make a different choice. That's it. That's the only way. So why are men letting themselves go, man? I mean, why do they? Number one, we're hard-headed. Okay? I mean, there's several reasons that are very common for men. We don't care as much. But in reality, we really do. We just don't want anybody to know it. Comfort is killing you, guys. Comfort is killing you. Modern life makes it easy to be weak. Easy. You got junk food, no physical labor, endless distractions. It's made it easy. Low testosterone. Being overweight lowers your testosterone levels, guys. The more fat you are carrying, the lower your testosterone is dropping. And that brings on a whole new set of problems. You feel tired all the time. You're lethargic. You get 8-10 hours of sleep, some of you, and you still wake up just as tired as you were when you go to bed. That's possibly testosterone level. But you won't go get it checked. Most of you are not willing to call the doctor and say, hey, I need a blood panel done. And by the way, add my testosterone to it. I need to check my levels. I'm not really feeling up to par. Accountability. Nobody has accountability. It's a mute point. Society no longer expects men to be strong. Nobody pushes men to be better. It's an easy way out. But the cost of staying weak and overweight, the cost that you're going to have to pay is overwhelming. Heart disease, diabetes, stroke. The more weight you're carrying and the longer you carry it, the higher percentage of a chance you're going to have of something like this happening. It is knocking at your door, guys. It's knocking at your door. But all hope is not lost. Let me tell you a few things that you can do to help yourself out. All right? You can cut out all this crap you're eating, all this processed food, all this boxed food that you've been eating. You can cut it out. Excuse me. Sugar. Sugar is deadly. I can do a whole episode on sugar. I can show you how much sugar the average intake of an American man is. It is shocking. Sitting around all day long. Some of you are sitting and you're not doing jack shit. You're on a computer and this becomes an excuse. Well, I work all day. I sit down all day. Well, what about at lunch? Why don't you get up and walk around 30 minutes? If you're in an office, walk around. You're not going to do that. You know why? Because you don't have to. Nobody's making you do it. And you're not going to do it on your own. You have to fix your nutrition, guys. You have to fix your nutrition. Let me ask you this question. Say you had a brand new Corvette or a brand new Lamborghini, okay? Would you get in that Lamborghini or that Corvette or that Porsche or whatever your dream, let's just say whatever your dream car has always been, and you finally was able to get it? Would you throw trash in the damn floorboard? Would you go through McDonald's drive-thrus and throw your cups and your cans and your bags and your wrappers in the floor of that brand new Lamborghini or that Porsche or that Corvette that you've saved money up most of your life to get? Would you treat it that way? I don't think you would. But you treat your body that way. And it's the most valuable asset you're ever going to have in your life. And you treat it like shit. And I'm going to tell you something. You continue to do that, and you're going to suffer the consequences. you're digging an early grave. Because your body runs on what you feed it. And if you're feeding it shit, sooner or later, that's what it's going to be. It's not going to run very well at all. And then your whole world is going to come crashing down. Not just for you, but for your family. Do you have anybody that depends on you? Some of you do, some of you don't. But do you have a family? You have kids, you have a wife, you have grandkids? Do they depend on you? Do they love you? Do they want you to stick around as long as you possibly can? Then you better start making some damn changes, because if you don't, you're not going to be around that long. Fix your diet. Fix your diet. Get disciplined, because motivation is not going to be with you all the time. You have to have discipline. The more disciplined you are, the better off you are in every aspect of your life. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. You got to get around the right people. Okay? This is number 4 or 5, guys. Are you taking notes? Are you listening? You have to get around the right people. And it may be that you have to shrink your circle. You may have to shrink that circle in order for you to survive. Because if the majority of your circle, if they don't care about their health, then that is no accountability for you. You have to get around people that are where you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to be wealthy, you need to hang around people that are wealthy and learn from them. If you want to be healthy, you need to hang around people that are healthy. That's how you get there. Are you going to keep making excuses until it's too late? Or are you going to take control of your health? Again, maybe, or maybe for the first time. Nobody can do it but you. Nobody. I can't do it. You hire a personal trainer, they can't do it. You hire a nutritionist, they can't do it. Which I'm both, by the way. And my wife is. You need to start today. You need to do one small thing today to get you on track. It's the hardest part, man. If there's something in your life that you know you need to change, the first step in doing it is the hardest. Because that's the step that you've been not doing. That's the step that you've been holding back from doing. Take the first step. You got to take the first step, guys. And then another, and then another. Until next time, make yourself a priority. Follow me. Subscribe. I've got a lot more shit. I've got a lot more to talk about. If you enjoyed it, I hope that you do follow me. If you're getting any use out of this, then I hope that you follow me. I got a lot more to come. Until next time, guys, take care of yourself. Make yourself a priority.